What's up, everybody? Appreciate you being here. Hey, I'm wearing my Braves cap because it's the first day of spring training for the Major League Baseball. But we are here in Atlanta. I figured, hey, I'm in Atlanta. I wear Atlanta Braves cap. It's the spring training day one for my Braves, and we're at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Super Speedway, if you want to call it. But thank you guys for being here. Good morning, everybody. We appreciate you being here. Love the intro. What's up, Pass? I'm sure you're happy too, man. Spring training back in action, Major League Baseball. If you like the New York Mets, make sure you check out my man, Pure Adrenaline Sports. Make sure you drop your link in the chat, my friend. If you like the New York Mets and excited about Soto on the team this year, he's going to be doing all the games. So make sure you check out my man, Pure Adrenaline Sports. What's up, Georgia fan? What's up, Coila? What's going on, George Blocks? Mad Steve, Mark, what's going on? Cold Trickle, Dark Knight Joker. Here we go. That's right, Mad Steve, Mark, Roddy, what's going on? Luis, what's going on? Bronny, hello. What's up? How are you doing, man? Always good to see you. Thanks for all the help. Always, Bronny, always behind the scenes helping out. But not enough. I know he doesn't like attention, so I will not say that. So Coke 600 will be on Prime, and the race in Mexico City will be on Prime too. So that should be interesting, because not only with the streaming regulations making things a little harder, yeah. So Amazon Prime, we're not sure how this is going to work. We're probably going to stick with MRN Radio today for qualifying. We're not sure how Amazon Prime does with all our stuff. We've never done Amazon Prime, and me and new stuff does not work. So we're going to maybe stick with what we know. We're not sure. We'll see how it goes. But what's up, everybody? MRA, it's actually PRN this weekend, so we'll be waiting for that on I have it on the Sirius XM. So hopefully we'll have a good time. But what's going on, everybody? There's the link for my good man, Pure Adrenaline Sports. So make sure you check them out. George says old school's better. That's right. Yeah, we're listening to definitely old school is much better, especially on the when the cars are moving pretty fast and the guys on the booth really can't describe what's going on because they figure you're watching, so it's not really, you can't really hear much anything. But qualifying starts in about 9 minutes, so if you're just coming in, hit that like for us, hit the subscribe. This is going to be interesting. I'm not sure how many people have Prime. Not sure how many people have access to Prime Video. I know a lot of people have Amazon. They do a lot of shopping on Amazon. So we'll see how it goes. But we'll see what happens. How cold is it there? It's pretty cold in Atlanta. The cold front went all the way down through the deep south and affecting Florida today, too. I just talked off the phone with Tom, one of our mods, Tom, who's in the inside with the Xfinity series, who took care of us really well back in Nashville last year. He said it's cold as anything down there in Florida, so he's deep into Florida, so that cold front has gone pretty far. So this is better, says it's not hot Atlanta. That's right, you're right, George, it is not hot Atlanta. So but thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like for us, hit that subscribe, and we'll see how it does. 2311 will have one of their cars with Mobile One next weekend. Yeah, I saw that with Tyler Reddick. That looks bad to the bone. Old school rocks, Jamie says. So yeah, Bronny, if you get the lineup for the Xfinity, let me know, and I'll be watching on the Discord here. But thanks so much, guys, for being here and hanging out with us today on the Go at CeeLo. We do appreciate you. And I'm curious, who's going to be in the booth? Is it going to be the Fox guys in the booth? Is it going to be Dale Jr.? Because that's their stuff, right? Amazon Prime. Dale Jr. and them, is that who it's going to be in the booth? I have no clue. So we'll all learn this together. But it's every weekend, every Saturday for practice and qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series all the way up till the TNT. Then it'll be on TNT and NBC and all that stuff. So that's how it's going to go. So Fox loses the Xfinity as well. So is Fox finally getting out of racing? It's kind of weird, but we'll see what happens. Put you in the booth. That's right, George. What up, T. Lee? Good to see you too as well. What's up, Lloyd? Good to see you. Oh, no. Reddick will have the Mobile One at Phoenix. Oh, okay, good deal. Mark says, hey, CeeLo, good morning to you. What time do the trucks race? They are going to be at 12:30, I think. So we'll redirect you guys over there and have all the streams already up. Make sure you go over there and hit the like for those streams to get that out of the way. Share the streams out today. We'll have a lot more fun here on our channel. We get a lot more friends in here. Last weekend, we had a huge stream, over 2,600 people watching the Daytona 500. And a huge stream for last weekend. So the whole Speed Weeks was an amazing on our channel here. So, but I'm hoping, let's see what happens here with this Sirius XM. Hopefully they will do the qualifying for the thing. If not, we'll just do our own thing and we'll go from there. So thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you being here. And we're waiting on qualifying to start here in about 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Could you watch? Do your thing. That's right. We'll just do our thing. You changed your voice. I didn't change my voice. The mic, now I updated the mic a little bit. So I updated the mic a little bit, made it a little stronger, and it's on a different setting on the microphone. So I did some setting changes, some filter changes, and stuff like that too. But so today, here's what we're gonna do. Sounds like a better mic today, CeeLo. Awesome, good deal. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do qualifying today, and then right after this, we're gonna head to the truck race, and then right after that, we're gonna go to the Xfinity race, and we're gonna have all three here today on your channel. All three streams are set. We'll end the stream and start a new stream. We'll redirect you so you don't even have to go anywhere. You can just stay right here. It'll be a new stream though each time. So that way, if someone wants to watch a certain thing after the races are over, they can find it easier than trying to scream through 3 tango things and go from there. So what's up, Timothy? Good to see you as well. Appreciate everybody being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, as this is on Amazon Prime Video. Our first time ever. A bigger red lights for when you're muted. Exactly. Chris says, what up, CeeLo? Thanks for you for the coverage. You're welcome, Chris. No problem. I will get no work done today, Mad Steve says. I know. So I'm just waiting on NASCAR.com to update our list here, and we'll get it going. Nothing like coffee and NASCAR. That's right. So we're interesting to see. So hit that like. What? Okay. See ya. Chad 09 Warren says Connecticut in the house. Yeah, awesome. So who do you think is going to win the poll? Let's do this right now. Who do you think is going to win this poll? Ryan Blaney is going to be a Penske car. Who do you think is going to win the poll here today? I'm going to go with, I know I got Ryan Blaney winning it, and Christopher Bell is my dark horse. I'm going to go Joey Logano. I think it's going to be Joey Logano on the poll. He's going to make up for what he had last week. Joey Logano on the poll, and who knows, maybe Bubba Wallace, maybe will it be a Toyota? We'll see. We're on Prime, not finding it. It's not on yet. It's on Amazon Prime Video. So you have to go to Amazon to log in, and then click on Prime Video, click on Sports, and then you'll have like little thing that says "Stay tuned, live programming begins shortly," and it's got a little thing of a popcorn, and it's popping up here. So McDowell, okay. George says going with McDowell. Paul's going with Blaney. Georgia fans going with the 22. Mark's going Kyle Busch, 99 for the pole. Hey, 99 for the pole, and Denny for the win. Chris says Suarez. Hey, remember Suarez was good here last week. He was good here twice last year as well. So, and of course he won that crazy finish. Devin's got Chase. Too much. Just watch you. Awesome, George. Dennis says 54 pole, 9 for the win. Good deal. My dad said the 9, me, and I'm going with the 2. Okay, there you go, Timothy. Joey Logano says, Joey Logano for Ryan Newman's fan. Justin Allgaier, or he said Justin. Mad Steve's got Kyle Busch. We're doing NASCAR Cup pole winner today. NASCAR Cup pole. That's all we're doing right here. Who's get the pole here today? So cold. I know, Georgia fan. Enjoy, man. Have a good time today. I hope you have a good time. He's at our track. He's going to be our track guy today, checking in with us and letting us know what's going on. Say Bubba or Tyler Reddick, Hood says. Jaspy, what's going on? He's hoping for the 88 of SVG. There you go, SVG. Barry Bigelow says the 10. Ooh, the 10. I like that one. That's a good one. Ty Dillon. Barry, okay. Ty Dillon. He had a good run at Daytona, you know, qualifying wise with the Dillon brothers. Kyle Larson, you kind of look at what they did at Daytona and kind of feed off of there. Ryan Blaney for the pole for Bubbleweed. Big of a long shot, but the 99 as a long shot for the pole. Brawny says, okay, a long shot. Daniel Suarez, of course, winner here during that, you know, I showed in our vlog that really close shot of the win there. Good morning, CeeLo, Cole, and everybody. Hello, hello. I'm itching to go to Hampton, going to Larson for the pole. Here we go. Let's see what's going on here on this front stretch.
7 a.m. Eastern on the front stretch. We will start.
Okay, so hopefully it's coming on here. Just like any open cars trying to qualify in this race. I think everybody will qualify. I think, is that right, Bronny? What's up? Checking in, CeeLo. What's up, one wise guy? Good to see you. Randall says 71. Michael McDowell. There's that. 71, Michael McDowell. There we go for that. YouTube host, how long till qualifying starts? Please answer. James, it should start here in about 1 minute. I'm not sure. This is all new to us. This is a new ball game. We're on Amazon Prime, but we'll definitely bring you the coverage here as much as we can. Bobby Labonte, oh wait, he's retired. There you go. Cole Trickle. Let's see. Jimmy for the pole. All right, good deal. He's not in the race. Yeah, Jimmy's not in the race. Let's see. Todd Gillen for Lloyd. 39 cars total. They'll all make it. There you go, Bumblebee. Hampson, Harry Gant. There you go, Mad Steve. That's funny. So what's up, everybody? Keep on hitting that like as you're coming in, and we'll see how we do here today. But after this is over, we will go straight to qualifying or the truck race and then go right to the Xfinity race. So, and definitely all pre-race ceremonies for both and all that good stuff. So, all right, it's starting up. This is going to be interesting. Who is going to be on the booth here?
Really struggling off the bottom in turn 4.
His visibility of his camera in the car is really dark.
They have got to make something happen. Just come out of here with anything.
Today on the Performance Racing Network, it's qualifying for the Ambetter Health 400 from Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway on a sunny Saturday morning. The weather is just outstanding, and it should be even better throughout the weekend. So it's a little chilly, but it's dry and getting warmer all the time.
I think everyone is finally thawing out, but it is still cold, Mark, to your point. We're about to qualify these cars in the NASCAR Cup Series. 39 are here for the Ambetter Health 400. With the cold temperatures still early in the day, I think we're going to see some high horsepower and some big speeds.
What always blows me away about qualifying at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the first lap, these guys hit the racetrack. It's an anger, man. It's all out in qualifying. No practice, just hammer down.
Yeah, this is going to be great. We have Speedway qualifying today. That means single car runs, 2 groups. The top 10 from the first qualifying session will then run from the pole. When we come back, you're going to meet some of the drivers for tomorrow's Ambetter Health 400 with our pit reporters, and we'll get the cars rolling on this 1.54-mile oval of Atlanta Motor Speedway.
All right, so it is Mike Joy, Kevin Harvick, and Clint Boyer in the booth on Prime Video. This is interesting, very interesting. But and about the drivers, yes, all drivers will make it in. 39 drivers entered, 40 maxed in the field. There we go. Who's everyone's picks for NASCAR Fantasy Live? George says cold air equals horsepower. Yes, there's going to be lots of racing, lots and lots of wrecks this weekend. I have a feeling with it being cold, I think it's going to be lots and lots of wrecks. But thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Regan Smith interviewing Ryan Preece after that huge wreck. See, well, I'm thinking Cindric, how instead of Gillen. Yeah, there you go. That's right. All right, let me bring this on here. But without practice, how do you know the best cars for tomorrow? Exactly. Here in Atlanta, though, they don't do practice. Just like Daytona on super speedways. Last year, they just did the 2 rounds. 30,000 subs this weekend. We got a big announcement tomorrow coming up with a 30,000 Prime stream only available in the U.S. All right, there you go. But hit that like for us. Hit that subscribe up there. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers this weekend. We have a huge announcement for our 30,000 subscriber celebration. Not only will you get 3 pies in the face, we have a big giveaway that's coming. So we hope to do that too as well, and hope to connect with some of you guys out there with 30,000 subscribers. So that is our big thing for this week. If you get us to 30,000 tomorrow or this weekend, we'll have that celebration for you very shortly after. So, but hit that like, hit that subscribe for us. We appreciate you. We really needed practice at every track. I missed that. That's right, Steven. It is definitely. But you got Larry Mack down there in the pits as well for Amazon Prime. Interesting stuff. All right. Anything brawny yet? Anything brawny.
Ambetter Health 400. We have two pit reporters joining us on pit road, making his PRN debut, Andrew Curlin, and the man we will go to now, Brett McMillan.
And here with Kyle Busch, who a year ago you were so close to a win here, but today we're worried about qualifying. How important is qualifying at a racetrack like Atlanta?
Not as much now anyways, I guess, but you still want to have good pit selection. I guess that's probably what you're racing for right now, is just trying to get an opening on pit road that you can have so you don't have people coming around you. Last week was a tough day for us on pit road with just a bad pit selection with what we had, but overall, we've had some good races here in Atlanta. We've had some really good speedway speed with these RCR cars, so hopefully we can get Cheddar's the victory lane where they want to be. I was so close here last year, but make it happen this time around.
A lot of talk about how much this track has degraded, for the lack of a better term, at this point in time with another Atlanta summer behind us. Any concern at all about maybe that this is getting less away from a super speedway and more back into an intermediate track?
No, not yet. I don't think you'll see that for another 5-6 years. It's only about 3 years old, so it's still pretty fresh, still pretty new. Not going to be enough of a handling race yet where it's going to get separation, at least what we were used to in the old days.
Good luck today.
Thanks.
That's Kyle Busch.
JJ Yaley's going to lead off first.
Yeah, standing by with Adam Stevens here on pit road.
Exactly, right? I wish.
Bell to roll off.
I'll
Adam,
take that money.
What should we expect in this qualifying session? Temperatures much colder than last weekend at Daytona.
Yeah, I don't really
Round
know,
one
to be
here.
honest with you. We've come here and spun out before qualifying, so I think the trick is
I hate this website, y'all. NASCAR, get your crap together, man.
Up there, and it can catch you off guard. But other than that, there should be plenty of grip. Should be a lot of wide open throttle time, and see where we stack up.
NASCAR was heating the garages yesterday. Why exactly did they do that?
Well, these engines are all full of water, and if we sit there long enough in below freezing temps, they'll freeze and crack the block. So they have to keep it just a couple degrees in the garage to get us above freezing, so we don't have that problem.
How important is track position? Temperatures are going to be colder here in Atlanta compared to last weekend at Daytona. We already saw track position was important at Daytona last week. What does the fuel strategy and tire strategy look like?
It's important here, but pit selection is probably more important than your starting position. There's plenty of opportunities to pass and plenty of laps, and if you have a good handling car, you can make your way to the front. But being a restrictor plate type race, the whole field should be on the lead lap, and pit road will get really busy.
Certainly going to be fun to watch. Back up to you guys.
First car is on the racetrack. That's going to be, I believe, J.J. Yaley.
J.J. Yaley, actually, with NY Racing here. He makes his first lap and sets the time of 171.880 miles per hour. I think we're going to see speeds much faster than that. B.J. McLeod about to take the green flag for his qualifying run, Mark.
He'll be followed by A.J. Allmendinger, Josh Berry, Ross Chastain, Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, Shane Van Gisbergen, then Ryan Preece, who took another flyer at Daytona last week. We need to keep that guy on the ground at Daytona. Just got to keep him on the ground.
We do need to keep the ground. And here's what's great. The qualifying metric, the way they've lined them up for qualifying, 70%, 30%. Owners' points, last week's finish. Being Daytona was our first race of the year, we have great cars all the way mixed throughout the field here today. Let's go back down to pit road, and we'll keep it right here as B.J. McLeod takes the checkered flag, and he does go faster, 2 miles per hour faster than J.J. Yaley, Mark, 173.554 miles per hour.
So, again, we'll have to see as the speeds pick up. Adam Stevens talked about trying to stay out of the shade up there in turns 3 and 4. That is up against the wall, but it looks like these guys trying to build speed, still getting up there to try to get that good run on the only lap they'll qualify.
Yeah, with these engines more restricted than what we will see, say, in a couple of weeks at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Texas, Kansas, for example, they need to build up as much speed and momentum as they can. So on their out lap, their warm-up, they're going to be right up against the outside retaining wall. And then drop it down off the 28 degrees of banking here at Atlanta. Here comes A.J. Allmendinger with Call It Racing. He's getting ready to take the checkered flag. And A.J. Allmendinger goes to the top, 178 miles per hour as we go back down to pit road.
Standing here with Todd Gillen, how much focus does it require to race here at Atlanta compared to Daytona?
A ton more, yeah. It's honestly just much different than Daytona, right? I always compare it like, Talladega, you can run 4 wide not pretty easy, but pretty tight, and you can make it work, right? Whereas Daytona, that's like racing 3 wide. And then here, it's a stretch to go 3 wide, right? You're door to door, and it's, guys are jumping in and out of the gas. You're not in good aero positions where, at Daytona and Talladega, you want to be in the worst, handling aero position is the best for the draft, right? The least amount of air hitting your car. Where here, it's a balance. You have to sometimes get clear on your nose to, be able to make the corner, stay in your lane, and keep up with the car. So you have to anticipate things a little bit more, and you definitely need to have full focus here at all times.
It's pretty narrow. Where's the best
louder
place
here
you
at the
want to
track?
run?
Awesome,
How
Georgia fan.
Here's
Chastain. Let me see those ones, y'all.
Yeah, this track is just changing constantly too. I think in the race,
see
right, you get to the bottom, it feels like it loads up the car more, but a lot of times you see the draft lane, kind of be in the middle, and it's just a balance, right? And then it seems like later on into the race, you see guys really starting to work the third lane. So I think it's just gonna keep changing as the track is wearing out. It'll be interesting to see where this track ends up in a few years.
See what he can do
as
here
far as the pavement wearing out. But yeah, it's definitely different on how the lanes load, and
Subsurf
the whole thing is just a massive balance between being in the draft and also keeping enough grip on your car.
I'll tell you, Brett, that is a lot to focus on here as these drivers
get set to qualify. Y'all. Hit that like, hit that sub.
I'm here with Austin Dillon, who had a
3 more likes to 100
here last September when we were here. A little cooler than it was here in September, but you've got some good feel for these super speedway type races. How do you feel coming into this one today?
Hail Melon.
Yeah, I think we've got a new philosophy that we're here taking, and Atlanta, I haven't had the finish that I really want here yet. I've had some speed at the track, but not really raced well. So hopefully we race a little better this time around, and our American ethanol Chevy, get biofuel on the side of this thing. We got to go out there and have a good run. It was a decent day at Daytona. We really had I thought, positioned out well for the end of that race, and it just kind of chaos ensued, but we're really focused on trying to keep ourselves up in the points here at the beginning of the season so we don't get behind.
Good luck.
Thank you.
That's Austin Dillon getting ready to jump in that car and head out for his qualifying lap.
As that race came to a close last week, Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch right there together. You thought, okay, they're going to make something happen. Then they got mixed up in one of those wrecks, and that ruined the day for them as it did for many of the other drivers. Josh Berry now currently the quickest at 178.844. Zane Smith just clocked in at 178.626, so put him at number 2. A.J. Allmendinger third, Ross Chastain fourth, B.J. McLeod fifth. And of the drivers that have qualified so far, J.J. Yeley at number 6 with Kyle Busch in that Cheddar's machine on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, last year, Mark, we saw Fords dominate qualifying in speedway races, but not necessarily dominate victory lane. It was a Chevy in victory lane here last year. Actually, 2 Chevys, part of the closest 3-wide finish in NASCAR history, with Daniel Suarez winning the race and the man who's about to take the checkered flag in his qualifying lap, finishing third, Kyle Busch. Ryan Blaney in his Ford was in the middle of that, and Kyle Busch goes out and qualifies third so far. Remember, the top 10 will advance to round number 2. We just have 7 who have taken a time.
You talked about the Fords, Brad. Last year, both races, 7 out of the top 10 qualifiers were in Fords. Michael McDowell, of course, winning the pole both times here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. On the racetrack now, Shane Van Gisbergen.
Shane Van Gisbergen takes his number 88 Trackhouse Chevrolet right down on the bottom white line here at Atlanta. And I think when we see them racing here tomorrow, Mark, last year's race, they moved up about 2-3 feet off of that bottom line for the racing groove. Qualifying groove is going to be the shortest way around the racetrack. In fact, he kept it pinned down to the white line, even going down the back straight.
Yeah, Mike, SVG on the track, y'all. Let's see what he can do.
As he powers down to the start finish line, takes the checkered flag, completes his qualifying run, and he will be number 5 across the stripe. Coming up next, Ryan Preece along with Carson Hocevar.
Ryan Preece this year in a Ford for RFK Racing. Last weekend at Daytona International Speedway, had an unfortunate tumble. His car went airborne after driving up the side of another race car and went upside down. Thankfully, Ryan Preece was okay. But Ryan Preece now on his hot lap, his qualifying lap, and this is a driver who can make some big things happen on a track of this style, Mark.
Certainly can. And again, on top currently, Josh Berry, Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, A.J. Allmendinger.
Ryan Preece
they are
here.
Our current top 4 with Ryan Preece on the racetrack. take a little bit of getting used to, him in the 60 car for RFK Racing, but we've got a lot of new names and new numbers to deal with here in all 3 series this season.
Yeah, most definitely. Here comes Ryan Preece.
Now
He
that
takes
Martin's
his
gone,
Kroger
haven't picked a
Ford
driver
to
yet.
4th
They can
quick
chase.
in qualifying. 9 drivers have
Hey,
qualified. We have 39
that
here
11,
today at
baby.
Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll come back with our next group from Atlanta right after this.
You ever try fixing your
Come
car and
back for
realize
the
you're missing
11,
that
baby.
one?
All right, we're at a commercial break. Appreciate everybody being here on the go at CeeLo. We're here for a full day of racing with you guys here in Atlanta. We're staying right here with you guys. We got truck races and Xfinity race coming up right after this, so we hope that you have a great time with us today. Hang out with CeeLo all day. Maybe 11, Surf Bump says. That's right. Bring over. We need more friends for the 11. So, but thank you guys. How ironic that the Redeem has him in a Kroger fire suit, and now Kroger's with RFK. So he's running for now. That's right. Got the Kroger sponsorship. The RFK landed that off of Hayek Motorsports. Who's Hayek Motorsports? That was Daughtry Racing last year. That's that 47 car that I kind of gave a little apology to Ricky Stenhouse in our vlog today. To make sure you check out our vlog that we have for our race weekend preview, our paint scheme and race weekend preview that we do every Friday on our channel. So number 11 could do the poll. We'll see here. What are you watching it on? I'm watching on Amazon Prime Video. Watching on Amazon Prime Video. We got PRN Radio, just because we don't know how the audio will do with it being on Amazon Prime. Since it is a major streaming service, they are kind of picky about stuff. They're very picky about NFL, so I didn't know what we could do or what we could get away with. So we'll test it this week, and we'll see how it goes next week. We're crawling from there, but we are watching on Amazon Prime. Yeah, Ricky didn't cause that big wreck at Daytona. It was all on Logano. Logano tried to put his car in there 3 times, and finally it just didn't work, and they wrecked. But can't even show us Wood. So boring. I'm sorry, Ryan. We just can't show you the race. I do apologize. I've never showed the broadcast. I've never ever have. So coming up next, it's going to be Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell will be the next up here in round 1 of pole qualifying. There's 2 rounds. The top 10 will move on to round 2 and go from there. We can't show it once, and that will be the end of the channel. Exactly, Mosh. Exactly. We can't show it. We don't want that. Oh, this is actually Carson Hocevar, 22 years of age, from Michigan. Rookie of the year last year. On Amazon Prime. So we're listening to PRN today. Something different.
Atlanta Motor Speedway qualifying for the Ambetter Health 400 underway. Josh Berry right now on top of the leaderboard. All right, you told me I should have seen you out there. What was it like?
Josh Berry,
It
baby.
was pretty calm. Now, everybody on the 21 car, Wood Brothers Racing, Motorcraft, Quick Lane, my crew chief, Miles Stanley.
What was
did
I
a
doing
great
in
job.
22?
Car
Not
felt really
not
solid.
doing
I feel
NASCAR.
good about making the
I
second
was.
round
We just
there.
did it
We'll
every
see
Sunday. That was all we
how
did.
fast we end up, but overall, it was pretty uneventful, which is a good thing.
You were at top 5 here in September. How much does confidence play into a qualifying effort here?
Yeah, I enjoy coming here, and obviously everybody at Ford and
Watch Hertz go to the top. We'll see.
Strong cars here, so yeah,
he is
we
ready
just
to go,
wanna
Chris.
Make sure our car is pretty balanced in the race. You got to have something that you can race, right? It needs to have speed, but it needs to handle pretty well too. So we talked about that some this week, and trying to make sure we keep that in mind. But ultimately, if we can start up front, stay up front, execute on pit road, you have a good day.
Hocevar.
Thank you.
Let's go over to Andrew Curlin.
And we are here with Chase Briscoe. You won the pole last weekend for the Daytona 500.
Now here's Christopher Bell.
So
Where you at, big way? Christopher Bell, my dark horse for this weekend.
You need your car to be good. It's a little bit harder here to hold it wide open, but if everything's good, it should still be pretty easy wide open. So yeah, we'll see what we got in our Bass Pro Shops Toyota, but yeah, it should be. I don't know. Let's see what Bell runs. Bell was dead last, so I don't know that. I guess he just took the green. Never mind. But yeah, I would say wherever they run, we'll be pretty close to that. So yeah, hopefully our car drives good. That's kind of the biggest thing here. Is just. Even if you're slow in qualifying, it's okay. You want it to drive good in the race because handling is certainly going to be an issue. So, yeah, hopefully, like I said, our car will drive good today and tomorrow and be up there in the mix.
You guys had a penalty come down on you guys earlier this week. How much does this weekend maybe already feel like you're a must-win, backs against the wall? Where is your head at going
31.424?
Unfortunately,
we have the opportunity to appeal, which is nice for us, to be able to go and kind of state our case, see what they say. But yeah, I mean, if we don't win the appeal, it's certainly
Joey.
we need to probably win a race. But I've been saying kind of all week, we're Joe Gibbs Racing. We need to win races anyways. So yeah, I think for us, the approach doesn't really change this week. We're still showing up to win the race, and all the things that we do to do that don't really change, no matter what the point situation is.
Is now a legend.
Chase Briscoe, no matter what, he's going for a win this weekend, guys.
And if they lose that appeal, Mark, they are going to be negative in the point standings. Of course, they can make up for all of that with the win here tomorrow.
Watch his gloves.
Absolutely. But
hey, look
again, in the playoff
Logano,
point situation,
P1.
you win, you're still -5. It'll be a tough road to hoe for the rest of the season for those guys. Joey Logano has just made his run. He goes to the top of the board. First driver over 179 miles per hour, 179.464 to be exact. Josh Berry currently second, Zane Smith third, and we have begun the bumping process with Kyle Busch fourth, Ryan Preece is fifth,
maybe from
AJ Allmendinger at number
last
6,
week's
Carson
race.
Hocevar
I don't know,
7th,
sure.
Shane Van Gisbergen 8th, 9th Christopher Bell, Ross Chastain 10th, and now being bumped BJ McLeod and J.J. Yeley.
Yeah, Joey Logano and William Byron, two drivers who have won multiple races on the new surface at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the next-gen car. Of course, Chase Elliott is a winner here at his home track in the next-gen car as well. But now out on the racetrack, let's see what we can do with that number 51. Cody Ware
subscribe, y'all, as you're coming
RB
in. We love it.
Sponsorship on the car. Rick Ware Racing announced this week RB sponsorship across multiple series, including NHRA drag racing as well.
So good news for Rick Ware Racing there. Joey Logano, by the way, has won 2 pole positions here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. One of 5 drivers actively on the Cup Series who have
stage points
been the
and finish.
fastest
Thank you, George. I appreciate you, man, for that.
Michael McDowell has won 2 pole positions, 1 apiece for Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Ricky Stenhouse.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Of course, a lot of those stats when we start talking about the new Atlanta Motor Speedway, really interesting what they've done with this track and how it's evolved over the last 3 years. So Zane Smith with Front Row Motorsports is third right now behind Josh Berry and Joey Logano, 2 more Fords. Here comes another one. It is the number 4 Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Noah Gragson now taking the checkered flag. Let's see if he can put his car up there, and he goes 5th quick behind Kyle Busch. Mark.
Wow.
So again, the Fords
Noah
dominating early
now,
on.
He did well at Daytona as well.
Logano, Berry, Smith.
We going back to back this weekend. Let's go, Byron. Let's go, Chris White. What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Currently in the 10th position. He has bumped Christopher Bell out of the top 10. And Ross Chastain, by the way, has got to be very unhappy with his lap. 176 and change. That had to be a lap that he had a problem on.
Well, we heard him talking on pit road. It's not necessarily how you qualify. You need a car that will race well. The problem that Ross Chastain had last year was they were qualifying really what felt like in about the 20th spot.
Like Ford's trying to get to 200 likes.
15.7, but they were not able to really rack up enough stage points to make something happen. Hopefully for them, they can change that. Taking the checkered flag now, Todd Gilliland goes third quick. And Mark, the Aaron's Dream Machine is back. Aaron's Rent to Own back for 7 races now with Front Row Motorsports.
And that lap
Aaron's
was pretty
Dream Machine, baby.
Third
now here's
fast
Bubba
for Todd
Wallace.
Gilliland. So Logano, Berry, Gilliland, our top 3. Cody Ware has been bumped. And now on the bubble, Shane Van Gisbergen.
Another Toyota on the track right now. Bubba Wallace has the blue and teal, or the purple and teal Columbia colors on his car this week. Another Toyota. We'll see what he can do. Obviously, when it comes to speedway racing, Mark, Bubba Wallace is one of those drivers who thrives at running up front. He is not afraid to mix it up in the pack, and it's been a couple of years since he's been to Victory Lane. This could be a turnaround weekend for them.
Had a great Daytona, wins one of the qualifying races, was in great position, I thought, at the end of the race, and again, one of those guys that got caught up in a wreck, as many do at Daytona. They didn't have anything to do how it started, but they were certainly in on the mess when it ended.
Yeah, for sure. New to him, crew chief this year in Charles Denike. And Charles Denike did a lot in the Craftsman Truck Series last year, and obviously that team has come with a lot of speed, not necessarily in qualifying, as Bubba was 9th quick. He will likely get bumped out of the top 10, but still, we saw how well that team raced last week, Mark.
Absolutely. SVG now has been bumped on the bubble. Carson Hocevar, one of the Spire Motorsport Chevrolets. On the racetrack now, Brad Keselowski. As he works his way in turns 3 and 4, trying to hug the white and red line that marks the apron here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here he is now as he zips across the start-finish line. Keselowski, 6th quick. Hocevar has been bumped, and Bubba now is on the bubble.
I'm very impressed with Kyle Busch and his Chevrolet because right now 7 of the top 8 are all Fords. Kyle Busch sitting firmly in 5th spot right now, and he has a teammate out on the racetrack, Mark.
Austin Dillon, the number 3 car, now takes the green flag. He hustles off to turn 1.
I got Joey good odds for seeing him right number 1 right down French. What's up, bro?
As best he can, as Brad mentioned. Of course, in qualifying, you want to keep it the shortest distance all the way around the racetrack. Here's Dillon, again, diving now into turn number 3.
Gibbs can't cheat this weekend.
Keep that car right there on the line that demarks the racetrack from the apron. And here is Dillon. He completes his run. Will he make the top 10?
He does not. He is 11th, so Bubba Wallace will stay on the bubble right now as his team owner, Denny Hamlin, heads out onto the racetrack. But again, Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch, a lot of speed with Richard Childress Racing when it comes to speedway racing. And let's see now what the Yahoo Toyota of Denny Hamlin can do.
Denny Hamlin, number 1 among active drivers in pole positions, captured at number 43. And, of course, has 54 Cup wins to go along with that. Here is Hamlin, now again working his way down the backstretch at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Bubba Wallace on the bubble. Just inside the bubble is A.J. Allmendinger. They are nervously waiting to see if they can make the cut. Here's Hamlin now working out of turn 4.
Right now it looks like he's tracking far behind Bubba Wallace, who sits in 10th right now. Let's see what Denny Hamlin can do. Hamlin, very slow on the racetrack. In fact, among the 18 cars that have gone out, 19 cars.
Fords has a very stout package for qualifying and drafting tracks.
We are halfway through the first round of Cup Series qualifying for the Ambetter 400. When we come back, we'll see Cole Custer, Kyle Larson, Corey LaJoie, and Justin Haley hit the track here at Atlanta.
All right. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. Appreciate all the love here tonight. Thank you so much. Or today. Good happy Saturday morning or happy Sunday morning or evening, wherever you are on the country, in the world. We appreciate you being here. All right, so the top 10 here, as you see on your screen, how many will be there in this next round of guys? Who do you got? Logano, how many cars will be in the top 10? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4... I'm going to go 4. But look at all those Fords, man. Do you think any other can beat those Fords? 3 and only 3 will remain. Okay. Bronny's going 3. What's up? Thank you, Jesse, for subbing as well. Appreciate you. The top 5 will stay. Running the NIS Cup Series at 11 Central. Give you guys something to watch until the truck race. There you go. So make sure you go over there and check out my man, Mosh. He's going to be doing. We went over and watched him try to run Atlanta last week or this week. That was fun to watch a little bit. Appreciate the ones that came over to watch that. I'm impressed with Barry so far because he's a short track racer, not a speedway guy. So if you're just coming in, my name is CeeLo. We're going to be doing all the practice and qualifying for you guys here on our channel every Saturday. But the Toyotas, maybe they're set up for racing. The Toyota's not looking too good on qualifying. Bubba's in the top 10, but he probably won't be in there after it's over. But maybe that's what it's going on. Woods Brother cars are good at drafting as well. You're right. 75 years of racing for the Wood Brothers. Just waiting on it to come back here. But at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, guys. And it's actually a little chilly, too, as well. So Toyotas normally don't qualify well at drafting tracks. Exactly. They're more of a setup to race trim. But I mean, the Daytona 500 qualifying was a little different, though. Briscoe was on the pole. We had a bunch of other guys there as well. So I'm loving this live, no commercial Amazon coverage. You're right. Going pretty quick. Going pretty quick. What's up, Steve?
Atlanta Motor Speedway qualifying for the Ambetter Health 400 underway. Joey Logano is sitting atop the leaderboard right now, but it sounds like you really didn't know what you had, so were you a little surprised with your qualifying effort?
Well, nobody knows what they have. There's no practice. So it's a surprise for everybody when they go out there.
Cole Custer. Boo. Knocked my boy out of the race, Cole.
About, to see you go out there and you load her down into turn one. And, it's one thing doing that at Daytona and you have a bigger track. But here, the car can be a little edgy at times. And, you just you're going to hold it to the floor and you'll see what happens when you get there. It's kind of an interesting moment as a race car driver. But Show Penzo Mustang handled fine. It was just fine, handled really good, and obviously had a lot of speed.
You talked when you won here last September how special it was. Growing up, spending a lot of time in the condos here in Atlanta Motor Speedway. How special would back-to-back be?
That's true.
Obviously, winning anywhere is great.
That's true.
With you, but it is nice to come here.
Get a bowl of ice cream.
Backyard,
Cold Custer.
It was so much fun to. I lived here in the condo for 6-7 years.
12, 31.256.
Nobody ever here, but 2 weekends a year, so you had this awesome fun park in your backyard that you can do pretty much whatever you wanted to. No one would ever see you, so it was a lot of fun.
We won't tell anybody about that part.
Yeah, you got a kid that likes cars in a big open racetrack with no one there. It's a lot of fun.
I can imagine. All right, that's Joey Logano.
I'm still waiting for Joey to go knocking on the door of his old condo here at Atlanta Motor Speedway after the race he won here.
You're not trying. That's right.
I might just try that one day. Take a camera crew, knock on the door,
on the track.
Let me go in there. So Cole Custer has qualified 12th fastest at this point, 177.374 on the racetrack right now is Kyle Larson, who a year ago won 5 pole positions. That was one less than Michael McDowell, but he had the best average start on the season, 8.8 over 36 races. The man can get it done in qualifying.
Yes, he can, although today he won't because he is going 12th right now out of the cars that qualified.
Still slow fast. For Larson,
that was our first Hendrick Chevrolet that we've seen out there so far, Mark. And Kyle Larson would love to get a nice speedway win here at Atlanta.
So our current top 10, Joey Logano, Josh Berry, Todd Gilliland, Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Noah Gragson, Ryan Preece, A.J. Allmendinger, and still clinging on to that number 10 spot, Bubba Wallace.
And right now, Corey LaJoie is on the racetrack. An unchartered team with Rick Ware Racing running a limited schedule this year in that number 01. Corey LaJoie has been close here at Atlanta
the Daytona
before.
500
in fact,
last
racing
week.
For the win in a finish that Chase Elliott ultimately went to victory lane, and we'll see what kind of speed that he has as he takes the checkered flag right now. And for Corey LaJoie, he is 19th quick out of the 22.
Justin Haley, let me see those sevens. What's up, Ragu?
Atlanta, you almost started to believe this could be Corey LaJoie's day. He was certainly in the hunt all the way.
Haley's got a run on Wallace
now, the car
here.
Corey LaJoie used to drive, the number 7, which is being crew chief by championship-winning crew chief Rodney Childers. Justin Haley now on his hot lap as we go back down to pit road with Andrew Curlin.
Standing here with Michael McDowell. Hey, you're running double duty today. Why do you want to run a truck?
Well, I think the obvious reason is
Bubba got it back there on that front stretch.
And try to win a race.
Bubba still hangs on.
Really fast Silverado. So, Kyle won here last year in the 7 truck. So looking forward to it. Also, too, it's a lot of fun. I don't have a lot of truck races or a lot of truck experience. So just going out there and kind of learning them. This is my first mile and a half in the truck, which is kind of crazy to say after being in the sport, 18 years. But I'm looking forward to having, a good opportunity today in Delaware Life. Chevy
Thanks for the sub, y'all.
You
Appreciate
swept
it.
the polls here last year, so you tell me how do
couldn't
you
even
qualify
better than Cody Ware. What the heck?
Just looking right now.
I think Cody does have the meats. That's right.
RB. Where the Chevys stack up. I'm not sure that we'll have a shot at the pole today. But, we know the setup that drives well and races well and feel good about that. And who knows, too? Haven't been out there. We might be better off than it
trying to get to 200.
But right now, looking at the board, I don't have the warm and fuzzies that we're going to go sit on the pole, but we'll see here in about 5 minutes.
We will see. How important is track position here in Atlanta?
Track position's important everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go, whether it's Martinsville,
on the track.
Daytona, Atlanta. Yes, you have opportunities to move forward, but track position matters everywhere.
Thank you, Michael.
Riley Herbst has just qualified. Herbst 16th quickest. And he will not make the top 10 cut on the racetrack now. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. again. Bubba Wallace still in that number 10 spot and on the bubble, but a number of cars have taken a shot at it, have not gotten there yet.
Mark, I can't help but wonder. It's
Jamie.
Now up to 44 degrees here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The sun is shining brightly on this racetrack, which is warming things up even more. With cooler temperatures, these cars are going to produce a little more horsepower. Now that things are starting to get warm, I wonder how these drivers now, essentially in the second half of the cars that are going out, if they're at a disadvantage
Chase
or
Briscoe,
not. Ricky
19.
Stenhouse Jr., brand new sponsor on that car this weekend, by the way, for Hayek Motorsports, with Martin's famous potato rolls, does not necessarily have a fast lap. He is 21st out on the grid.
Well, the cooler temperatures help the engines, and it probably still is cool enough to do that. But as you talked about, as it warms up, maybe the track surface not quite
He's trying to get in the top 10
for these drivers in the second half. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go back down to Andrew Curlin.
Standing by here with Ryan Blaney. Hey, you were in that photo finish. Obviously not on the winning side of it 1 year ago. Is it hard watching the replay?
Yeah, pretty good, Philip.
Really.
I'm impressed.
I mean, you know, it's one of those things where we were just, you know, a little short, and I said after that race, you know, I can't be too upset because I've won them by that much before at Speedways, so it was just nice to be a part of the finish. Have a
Briscoe finishes 15th, 31.283. Here's Ty Gibbs, legend in training. Eric Church.
Right, just kind of letting it race out to the finish. So that's something that'll be remembered for a long time, I'm sure. Definitely a highlight of this place. So hopefully we're in the same position again, and just a few more inches forward is all I need. So we'll see.
That's all you need.
Faster than him too on the backstretch.
In a good position. It's speedway racing, but it's different than Daytona.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe.
It is different. You know, and each year when we come here, the track gets a little bit more worn. Handling matters more. So it's like, how do you find the balance, right? Where's the best place to qualify well, but also can you make moves, and can you get to the middle? Can you get to the right rear of somebody? If you're on the bottom, can you keep the nose under you in the three? So it seems like every year that just becomes more and more important. So it's like,
Chase
you
Elliott.
hope you come here with the right stuff. It's hard to tell just from having one lap of qualifying, hopefully 2 laps of qualifying, and then jumping right in the race. So, but we've done a good job of it in the past. You just hope you hit it right again.
Ryan Blaney, he was a few inches away from that famous photo finish 1 year ago. That's all he needs to get the win here at Atlanta, guys.
So Chase Briscoe has clocked in at 15th. Then you have Ty Gibbs. His car just did not sound right when it went
Briscoe,
by. He is 24th fastest at this particular
Here's
point.
Chase
And on the
Elliott.
racetrack right now, Georgia's very own Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott, a former winner here on the surface, now tracking just a little bit behind Bubba Wallace. We'll see what happens when the Napa number 9 takes the checkered flag. Chase Elliott, 13th quick, so Bubba Wallace still on the bubble. Want to pay off the Chase Briscoe penalty from
now
this
here's
week.
Ty
NASCAR
Dillon.
issued the team a 100-point penalty, a $100,000 fine, and a 4-race suspension for James Small. They are appealing that. James Small is at the racetrack. But, Mark, the issue that NASCAR had for the pole-winning car of the Daytona 500, we should remind that, is that the way the spoiler mounted into the rear deck lid, well, according to the race team, they said, well, these parts from single-source suppliers didn't quite fit, so maybe some of the bolt holes got worn out just a little bit.
You're welcome.
NASCAR says it doesn't look like that spoiler is fitting the way it should. We're going to levy a huge penalty and a huge fine on them. Have trouble thinking that they're going to have very much luck on the appeal, but we'll have to wait and see.
Again, the way the appeal process is now, it is sort of stacked against the teams going in. So to win an appeal, I think is just about impossible.
Yeah, Ty Dillon just went out on the racetrack. He clocked in a 14th fastest speed, and we have not seen a change in these last few groups. Joey Logano, Josh Berry, Todd Gilliland, Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, the top 5, Brad Keselowski, Noah Gragson, Ryan Preece, AJ Allmendinger, and Bubba Wallace, the top 10. When we come back, last year's winner at Atlanta Motor Speedway will take his qualifying lap. That will be Daniel Suarez as we are qualifying for tomorrow's Ambetter Health 400.
All right, so I'll have more of it on tomorrow, but I think I've decided if we hit 30,000 subscribers, we're going to do 3 pies to the face, so I'll make sure we're prepared for that. And then we're going to do a giveaway. Maybe we're going to do a giveaway of 30 folks will win something. 30 folks in honor of 30,000 subs. We're going to give away 30 prizes to you folks, and it'll have to be based on email and all that stuff, and we'll ship it out to you. That's what I'm thinking. That's my first thought. I'm going to give away 30 giveaways for a surprise of 30,000 subscribers. So that's what's going to happen. It might be a little something here, a little something there, but it'll be NASCAR related. We're definitely going to do it. Yes, yeah. Last Kenneth Fox, he won the giveaway of all giveaways, y'all. He went to Atlanta VIP style, and we're going to probably do that again too this year as well. We're going to do a big giveaway again to let someone go to a race, a VIP race all weekend for the Xfinity race. But right now, that's in the works. But we'll definitely let you know tomorrow on that. So I'll get to work on that for you guys. But 3 pies to the face for 30,000 K. We're under 200 subs now. And then we're going to give away 30 prizes in honor of 30,000 subscribers. And we'll see how it goes. But that's what I'm thinking, to celebrate you guys and appreciation for you guys on coming back from our channel from last year and blowing it out of the water. So look at all those subscribers. Thank you guys. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Give away some diecast. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Giving away some diecast. So, but there it is. So that's what I'm thinking. I kind of thought about it this morning. I'm going to think about it a little bit more tonight and then make an announcement tomorrow. So, all right. But that is what we're probably going to do if we hit 30,000 subscribers. So do 30,000 pies to the face. I don't know about that. There we go.
Tyler Reddick. Hey, you got that Xfinity Mobile Toyota. They give a 45 point out for giving the fastest lap. So what's the key to laying a fast lap down here at Atlanta?
Xfinity.
Well, I think a lot of that happens back at airspeed for us when we go to these speedways. So we kind of have an idea of what we got, seeing Riley Herbst 35 and Bubba Wallace going to the 23. So just going to try and do everything we can to maximize the lap this car is capable of. And I mean, it'd be nice to have something for the 22, but it may just not be in the cards for us today.
Drivers have already been talking about how much this
Earl, for becoming a rookie member.
Down.
Earl,
so I know
you
haven't laid a lap down yet, but what do you anticipate it to feel like when you get out there?
Yeah, again, having the teammates go ahead of you, it kind of gives you a good idea what to expect. And I think their cars are driving pretty good. Their Camrys are driving good. So
we got another round after this.
Trust my Xfinity Mobile Toyota Camry out here today in this qualifying lap and get a better idea where we're going to start this race tomorrow and what we're going to have for pit stall selection.
Tyler Reddick, the second to last to roll off here in this first round of qualifying.
So Daniel Suarez has just clocked in 20th quickest. He does not make the top 10. And now I believe on the racetrack, it's Michael McDowell, who a year ago grabbed his first career pole position in 467 starts, which was a record for a guy capturing his first start. And that broke the old mark.
Michael McDowell, he's in the trucks today, y'all.
Went 404 races before he ever captured.
You're welcome, California Days.
The philosophy last year with crew chief Travis Peterson when they were at Front Row Motorsports is let's go out there and win a bunch of poles. We'll see now that they're with a Chevrolet what they want to do, and it looks like they might have built a car to race better because Michael McDowell has gone out 17th.
And Mark, if
we're going to see someone take the pole, right now the Fords are obviously fastest. We still have Chris Buescher, Austin Cindric, Ryan Blaney to go, but on the track right now, another Toyota, Eric Jones of the famous number 43.
Right now, 7 Fords, 2 Chevys, and a lone Toyota in the top 10, and that lone Toyota is barely holding on to the 10th spot. A lot of drivers have taken a shot at Bubba Wallace, but have yet to break into the top 10.
Last week at Daytona, Legacy Motor Club put 3 cars inside of the top 12. Jimmy Johnson finished 3rd. John Hunter Nemechek was 5th. Eric Jones finished 12th after getting caught up in some trouble. And we'll see what Eric Jones can do right now in his Toyota. And he goes out 21st. And that field is so tight right there, Mark. Say between about 10th and 25th.
31.2 all the way down, you get to 31.292 in the 20th spot. So less than a tenth of a second.
There's
for all
Chris Buescher,
right
Mr. Buescher.
Here comes Chris Buescher. He's out on the track right now looking to make something big happen. Last year, went to victory lane at Watkins Glen International, beating one of the best in the world when it comes to road racing. And doing it by rubbing fenders with Shane Van Gisbergen. And I can promise you, Chris Buescher, like every other driver in the field, wants to win again. This year, I think he wants to win early, Mark, so he can make sure he locks a spot into the postseason.
Boy, did he come close
Denny is the
a couple
oldest.
of times last year, especially at Kansas, where he lost by an eyelash to Kyle Larson.
17
that
to make the top 10.
Close, they originally gave it to Buescher and then to Larson. And let's see,
thank you for being here, bud.
And Buscher cracks the top 10. He is 8th quick. That bounces Bubba Wallace.
So Bubba Wallace finally gets knocked
is now
out
on the bubble as we go back down to
here's
Andrew
Austin
Curley.
Cindric.
Standing by here with Zane Smith. Currently P4 on the board. You're watching the big screen. What are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I mean, just obviously happy. I think we're going to have a shot here to make the last round. So excited about that with our City of Refuge Ford. I don't know if we're going to get all 3 in the top 10 here. It's going to be really close, but man, at the 500,
I'll have to look that up. Someone look that up
500
for JB.
I got bumped by the last car to finish 11th.
Cedric.
So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen
E2.
here. But just excited for tomorrow.
Cedric.
Obviously, FRM just brings some incredibly fast Fords.
Penske, baby.
Style racetrack. So just shout out to them and hopefully be able to execute.
Here's
tomorrow.
John Hunter.
Talking about your teammates, how important is it to have a good dancing partner here at Atlanta?
Very important, you know, and I feel like just Fords in general, we work really well together and we can push well. And so yeah, excited about that. But like I said, I really want to make the second round because Todd and I have a sponsor dinner in Atlanta, and the bet was whoever qualifies better doesn't have to drive, and he just got me. So hopefully I get a little redemption here soon.
How about that? We got a fun little bet going on here with Zane Smith and Todd Gilliland.
Austin Cindric blazing fast. He is currently 2nd quick to teammate Joey Logano. A.J. Allmendinger has been bumped, and right now 9 Fords in a lone Chevrolet in the top 10.
Alex
and right
Bowman,
now it looks like
Showman.
there will be at least one Chevrolet in the top 10 because of the amount of cars we have left to go. 4 of them. Kyle Busch sitting in 6 right now, so he has locked himself into the next round. Ryan Preece is on the bubble after John Hunter Nemechek just rolled out.
Called me to drive one of their haulers. Awesome,
we see
buddy. I will.
Number 48 of Alex Bowman,
Remember
another
old
driver
CeeLo
who can
that
be
day.
very fast when it comes to speedway racing and has been incredibly consistent when it comes to Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta, and it looks like his car is tracking pretty quick right now.
As he works his way down the back straightaway, trying to crack the top 10. Again, Ryan Preece is on the bubble. Also, still to go, 3 more drivers. Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick in the Daytona 500 winner for the 2nd year in a row, William Byron. So here is Alex Bowman working his way down to the line. A good lap, but not good enough to crack the top 10, currently at number 12.
Lost it just a little bit in 3 and 4. And on the track now, we just heard from him, a great-looking body armor Ford Mustang. Ryan Blaney now, the runner-up finisher from last year's Ambetter Health 400 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He dips his car into turns 1 and 2 right there on the bottom red and white line, and he's going to keep it there on the back straightaway.
Currently tracking ahead of Ryan Preece, who's on the bubble in the 10th spot. Blaney, the runner-up, by 3 thousandths of a second. Kyle Busch, third, by 7 thousandths. You could literally throw a blanket over those guys as they cross the line. And, oh, by the way, there was about 18 cars stacked up behind them when they took the checkered flag.
Team Penske can take the top 4 spots, and they do. And what I mean by that, Wood Brothers is a part of Team Penske. Joey Logano still the quickest. Ryan Blaney moves up to 2nd fast. Then it's Austin Cindric and Josh Berry. Mark, that is great for Saturday. What is that going to mean for Sunday? We'll have to find out. But right now, all 4 cars that come out of the Team Penske shop in Mooresville are the top 4.
They can at least have a plan for the start of the race. I don't know how that'll play out for the rest of it, but at the beginning, at least they can have a plan.
Yeah, and again, we still have 2 rounds of qualifying. The top 10 will advance on to round number 2 right now. Chris Buescher is on the bubble, but on the racetrack, Tyler Reddick with his 2311 Toyota, and we'll see if Tyler Reddick can make some big things happen in that purple and white Toyota.
So here is Reddick out of turn number 4. And he works his way down to the start-finish line. He'll take the checkered flag. Does he crack the top 10? Answer is no. 17th quick for Tyler Reddick. Right now, the fastest Toyota is Bubba Wallace. He is lined up 14th here in this, again, the first of 2 rounds of qualifying for the Ambetter Health 400.
Back-to-back Daytona 500 championships for William Byron, also a 2-time winner on this new surface in the next-gen car at Atlanta Motor Speedway. William Byron now taking his Chevrolet through turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Could he put another bow tie up in the 2nd round of qualifying?
As he works his way down to turn number 3, again, no Toyotas will make the top 10. Will there be 2 Chevrolets? Right now, just the lone Chevy of Kyle Busch inside the top 10. Will Byron make it 2? He crosses the stripe. Answer is no. He is 16th quick.
William Byron with the Liberty University colors going 16th quick here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Right.
Drivers who will run for the pole: Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Todd Gilliland, Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Noah Gragson, and Chris Buescher.
Jamie says today marks the first weekend Truex loses the hold on most consecutive starts and an active driver as of today. It is Joey Logano for most consecutive starts for an active driver. Good job, Jamie, on that stat. Appreciate that. All right, here we go. Second round now, round 2. Who is going to get the pole here? Is it going to be one of those Penske's? Is it going to be Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Todd Gilliland, Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, Keselowski, Noah Gragson, or Chris Buescher? Which Penske car is going to be up there? Who's going to get it? Let me see in the chat. Or is it going to be someone else? Busch is our lone here. Come on, Rowdy. Lone hero. Lots and lots of fast Fords. That's right. Ford City here. Pole Joey, Jay says. Snit's going to Mr. Buescher. Timothy's going Cindric. Derek's going Goffin. Jake's going the 12 for Blaney. Jamie's going the 17 for Buescher. Barry or Gilliland for Victorious. It'll be Cindric or Buescher for Lloyd. Jamie says hi. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. Bronny says 9 Fords, 1 Chevy. Come on, Rowdy. Cole Trickle's going Josh Berry for the pole. Christian is going Busch. Jamie's got the 24. Looks like those Ford fenders need to go. What happened to the 48 race car? Did it lose its speed? Where did he finish? 13th fastest. I'll go through the field here in a second. Kyle Busch for Mark. Come on, Kyle Busch for Lynn. Rowdy for Mark. Virginia Cracker's going Logano. All 3 front cars going to start in the top 10. Yeah. Front row cars in the top 10. Ryan Blaney, Penske, the best thing about NASCAR, it gets a little press and application from NASCAR. Joe B says Logano, Penske 1, 2, 3, 4th being the Wood brothers. Josh Berry is crazy. Screwy Tube says the 4 for Gragson. But for me, I'd have to say it'd be Logano. I think it's going to be Logano as well. Cindric for Lakia. John says Kyle Busch. Joey Logano, of course, the current and latest NASCAR Ironman. Yep, that's right. There you go, Jamie. So we'll see what happens here. Hit that subscribe, y'all. Hit that like. We're under 200 subscribers to 30,000 subscribers. Snit says 34. Susan says 12. Let's go Kyle Busch, MB Racing. And here we go. We'll see what happens in round 2. I want to see my boy Logano get it. Let's see what happens, man.
With Zane Smith. So tell me about it.
Yeah, he kind of got beat. I beat him to the dibs on not driving tonight to dinner. We're going to Aaron's sponsored dinner, which is fun. It's exciting to have them back on board. So that's number 1, right? The dinner's going to be fun. But it's a bit of a hike up to where we're eating. So, I got him last night. Like I said, I called dibs on not driving, and then he came up
Rowdy
with this.
In the trucks, RCR and the Xfinity.
So,
Zane Smith.
It's really, really close.
He did not make the top. Yeah, he's in P6.
A race here for the second round, but I know these guys are going to do everything
Your
they can.
boy Logano.
Like I said, either way, right? We're going to be in great company, and whoever ends up having to drive,
not my boy.
That big of a deal. But we're both going to be, doing all we
guys
can.
For the
just
200
to push
likes.
that gas down a little bit harder.
Guys are
if
awesome.
that's even possible here.
Do you have bets like this every week?
No,
I never said my boy.
Especially here, right? It doesn't even matter.
I picked Logano for the pole.
It seems fair. It don't matter. So, it's just some friendly fun, and we both believe in our teams, and obviously being from the same team, right? Front Row Motorsports brought some really fast Fords here, and a ton of fast Fords in the top 10. So, we both felt like we were going to qualify okay, and just wasn't real sure, and we ended up right next to each other. So, but no, we definitely don't bet on anything, and just a little friendly way to decide it.
Well, Brett, I'll tell you, a lot of battles in this top 10, but another one to watch.
Penske cars 1 through 4. I'm going to guess one of them gets it.
All right, we've got Chris Buescher here, the Roush Fenway Keselowski cars. All of them in the top 11. That feels pretty good. Says something about this organization, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Proud with that, and that's a good start, right? So, see what the second round does for us, but
thank you, Jake.
A really solid start for our Fast One Mustang and everybody at RFK.
had a lot of speed last week and didn't get to realize our full potential. So this is a good way for us to start this week. And the cars are,
Greg shifted up. That's right, Derek.
It's easy to be wide open, but car drive is really good too. So I'm really excited about what that means for tomorrow.
How much has this track changed since September?
Hard to tell right now. Single car, single lap. It's doesn't feel any bumpier just by that one, but we get in that top lane, middle, it might change.
Good luck around 2.
Thank you.
That's Chris Buescher. He was 9th in the first round, but he's got a shot at the pole still.
What jumps off the page for me after the
Leonardo,
first round of qualifying,
appreciate it.
Toyota not only got shut out of the top 10, look at Joe Gibbs. Briscoe, 25th. Bell, 32nd. Gibbs, 36th.
Right. Let me know what happens, Athlete Orange.
So you
couldn't do the game today, buddy.
They have
I'm
built
sorry, bud.
raceability into those cars and kind of gave up on qualifying. At least that's what you want to believe if you're a Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota fan. But nonetheless, they did not qualify very well. The best Toyotas, Bubba Wallace, 14th. Tyler Reddick, 18th.
I can't stream the races, JB. It's
Remember
last
year, Michael McDowell, 6 pole starting spots, all on speedways with the exception of the pole they won at Gateway. Not a single one of those transferred over to the race. And this year, now that Michael McDowell and Travis Peterson are at Spire Motorsports with Chevrolet, you look at where they qualified here. They're going to start 24th in the Ambetter Health 400.
But yeah, we do stream the races. We just don't show the races.
The poll does not necessarily have a reflection when it comes to speedway racing on who is actually going to be holding up the trophy at the end of it.
It's impressive, though. Ford, at this point, 9 out of 10. And you look at the teams, they're well represented. The big dogs at Ford are all right there.
All of Team Penske plus Wood Brothers.
Wallace.
All of Front Row Motorsports. 2 of 3 with RFK. And the lone Chevy of Kyle Busch with Richard Childress Racing. That is going to be your top 10 who will run for the pole here today as we are qualifying for the Ambetter Health 400. I'm more curious about what happens now between Todd Gilliland and Zane Smith. And pretty crazy, people who get paid the big bucks to drive for a living, neither of them want to drive for dinner tonight.
That is kind of an interesting way to look at it, no doubt about it. By the way, coming up later on this afternoon at 1 o'clock Eastern time, it's the
37 fastest. Oh, my God.
For the Craftsman Truck Series, and then, of course, the Bennett Transportation and Logistics 250.
He doesn't like Atlanta, does he?
Eastern time. So a lot of racing still to come from Atlanta Motor Speedway today.
Yeah, looking forward to calling today's Truck Series race broadcast with the NASCAR Racing Network and, of course, the Xfinity race here later on this afternoon. I love these doubleheader Saturdays that Atlanta Motor Speedway has been doing for the last several years, Mark. I think this is a great way and a great ticket value to come to really what is one of the most beautiful facilities on the schedule, see the Cup cars, see the Craftsman Truck Series, see the Xfinity Series,
setting
all
for
in
the
the
last
same
lap.
day.
It is absolutely a great one-day ticket, no doubt about that. You get to see NASCAR's top series. You get to see 2 races. Doesn't get much better than that. It really doesn't.
It does not. When we come back in the summer to Atlanta Motor Speedway, we're actually going to be kicking off the NASCAR Cup Series Bracket Challenge. We'll talk more about that. When we come back, it will be the run for the pole here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
All right, so we are just waiting for round 2 to start. The top 10 cars in front of you there on our screen, Legato all the way to Chris Buescher. But the Fords are here to play, and Kyle Busch is here to ruin the Ford party. So Rowdy is our only hope here to ruin a Ford party, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be one of those Penske cars, or as Mosh says, one of the 4 Penske cars. Of course, Josh Berry running those Penske engines as well. If NASCAR doesn't fix the nose of those Mustangs, they're going to be in trouble, Michael says. What do y'all think about that? I saw that a little bit about that today. Denny's saving his last lap. We'll see. I don't know. Remember, Denny doesn't run well here. He doesn't like it. LaJoie's been the best part-time driver. He's been competitive. He almost won the 500 last weekend. Zach, he's the current champion and the 3-timer that crybaby seems to get her done. California Day says, where is Austin Dillon? Austin Dillon, let's see where he's at. I can just look on my screen here instead of moving this. Austin Dillon is... Let's see where it's at here. Dillon was not in the top 10. He was not in the top 10. You're right. I'm trying to see... Of course, NASCAR.com gets rid of round 1 qualifying ahead, so you can't see it. I guess we'll go search through it here. Where's he at? 3. There's Ty Dillon. There he is. 15th. 15th for Austin Dillon right there. 15th. He ran a 31.205. 31.205. But we're concentrated on these guys right here. And round 1. Final round. There we go. All right.
Ambetter Health 400 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'm here with Paul Wolf, crew chief for Joey Logano. The Penske cars, 1, 2, 3 in the first round, and then the Wood Brothers, which is an affiliate team, number 4. You guys got to feel great about the way things went so far today.
Top 10.
Yeah, obviously.
Qualified don't mean nothing. Willie B will win tomorrow,
really
OJ says.
Surprise. The Fords have been really strong at the Super Speedway, as we saw in Daytona.
Yeah, he did
last week, and it was nice to get to get all the details right, and that goes back to the guys putting these cars together to shop. When you can see all of our cars up front like that, everyone's doing a good job. They're real consistent, and then it's up to the teams to put the last little touch on them, and you'll see a little bit of speed difference, but. Hopefully we can keep the Shell Pennzoil Ford on the pole here in the second round and, get us a good pit stall for tomorrow. The way it plays out here, pit road gets tight, and we can keep it clean on pit road. I think we can contend for another win tomorrow.
You talked about how tight pit road gets. How important is that pit selection here at Atlanta?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, there's a handful of openings, right? That's what you hope for. You can at least get an opening so you can kind of get it clean out without someone blocking you, and as we know how important it is to keep that track position.
Y'all try to get the 300 likes. There's over 700 of us here. Hit that like for us,
qualifying,
please.
This is where it pays, is that pit selection, and looks like we'll, if everything goes as planned here, we'll at least get us a good top 5 out of this and get us a nice pit selection.
Well, good luck the rest of the day today, and good luck. Hope you have great raceability tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
That's Paul Wolf, crew chief for the defending series champion, Joey Logano.
Last year, after Alex Bowman got disqualified
16th place
on the
average
Roval,
finish
and
champion
Joey Logano went from the outside looking in to in the playoff. I thought,
all right, Chris Buescher on the track.
Don't let Paul Wolf have a second bite at the apple. He will make you pay, and they did.
Yes, they did. They went to victory lane in the first race of the round of 8 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, locked him into the championship round, and, of course, they won the championship. Chris Buescher is out on the track for the second round of qualifying. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
All right. Chris Buescher on the track. Let's see what he can do here. Round 2.
Welcome back to Atlanta Motor Speedway. The car you just heard taking the green flag for his second round of qualifying, Chris Buescher, in the number 17 for RFK. Chris Buescher was the 10th fastest in the first round of qualifying, and obviously RFK has very fast cars. Brad Keselowski a little faster than him. Noah Gragson will start, Ryan Preece, rather, is going to start 11th. And Mark, what do we see coming out of turn 4?
So Chris Buescher, who has one career pole position, will cross the start-finish line. And Buescher's speed, 178.264 miles per hour. He'll be the car to shoot at now, as Noah Gragson will be the second car to come out onto the racetrack.
Good luck.
And again, 9 Fords against a lone Chevrolet made the final 10. As we are continuing now, second round qualifying for the Ambetter Health 400 at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Chris Buescher in the first round, 178.407, so his 178.264 a little bit slower. The question is the car just slightly slower by 0.2, or is the track slowing down? Again, just about 20 minutes ago, or about 30 minutes ago, it was 44 degrees, now up to 48 degrees as the sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky over Atlanta Motor Speedway. Here comes Noah Gragson. He takes the green flag in his front row motorsports number 4, dips it down into turn number 1, trying to win a pole here with his new team at front row.
So Noah Gragson now powers out of turn number 2, hustles down the backstretch here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And again, the temperature's rising. They, of course, have a couple of laps on the tires, so we'll have to see how that all plays out as well. Gregson now works his way out of turn number 4, trying to unseat Chris Buescher from the number 1 spot.
Checkered flag now for Noah Gregson. He goes second quick. He is slower in round number 2 than he was in round number 1. 178.806 or 0.086 miles per hour, rather. A 31.131 second lap around the racetrack. Another RFK car now. Brad Keselowski is heading out there. Keselowski last year, Mark, finally made that first trip to victory lane for the team that he is now the co-owner of in RFK Racing. Great to see the run that they've had. 3 years ago, they went from 21st and 24th in the standings with Chris Buescher and Brad. 2 years ago, they went to 7th and 8th in the standings. Last year, Brad won a race, made the playoffs, and had a great season. And now this, a 3-car organization.
There's no doubt he has breathed new life into that whole organization there. He came in and has certainly got the job done. Had a great run going at Daytona, and you started to think maybe he's going to finally win his first 500, and again, got caught up in one of the big ones.
Yeah, for sure. So Brad Keselowski right now appearing to be tracking just a little better than his teammate Chris Buescher. Keselowski was 8th quick in the first round. Now dips his car down into turn number 3, literally hugging that line right there where the 28 degrees of banking goes down to the apron of the racetrack. Brad Keselowski low off of turn number 4. Mark, what does it look like for the number 6?
As he crosses the line, he is going to be 0.02 of a second slower
just
than
like his
teammate
partner.
Chris Buescher. Keselowski, number 2 on the board. Only 3 of the 10 have made their run so far. It's Buescher, Keselowski, and Gregson.
The only Chevrolet
How about
in the
poll
top
which manufacturer will
10
win in Atlanta? We can do that.
Is out on the track right now. Last year, he finished by 7 1/1000ths of a second behind ultimate race-winning driver Daniel Suarez, and Kyle Busch was 3rd in that photo finish that we saw 3 wide coming to the checkered flag in last year's Ambetter Health 400. Kyle was one of the early qualifiers here today, and I think that's important. The track surface much cooler when he went out there and made his first lap.
All my rowdy
now
friends.
he's bringing that number 8 Cheddar's Chevrolet across, and he is under the green flag.
Now working his way down to turn number 1.
Rowdy.
Foot to the floor. Can he hold the bottom of the racetrack? Busch can do that. He looks good now in turns 1 and 2. It looks like he's tracking just ahead of Chris Buescher. Again, can he hold it down on the bottom of the racetrack in turn 3? Here's Busch working his way there now.
All right, the Cheddar Scratch Kitchen Chevrolet of Kyle Busch now coming off of turn number 4. He's looking for a big day here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. An upset over the Blue Oval, which has dominated the top 10. Kyle Busch will go to the top. 178.626 miles per hour.
Very tight at the top of the standings. That was 37,000ths of a second quicker than Chris Buescher. So very tight between Busch, Buescher, and Keselowski at the top of this thing. So Kyle Busch will now have everybody shooting at him. The driver's still left to go. Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Todd Gilliland, and Zane Smith.
Zane Smith out on the track right now. He and Todd Gilliland have a sponsored dinner tonight. We'll see who actually has to drive the slower of the two. Mark, I'm thinking Kyle Busch with the run that he saw. We might need to head out to Cheddar Scratch Kitchen and grab that Kyle Busch special and get ourselves some nice chicken tenders and french fries.
That would not be a bad idea. After a day like today, as long as it's going to be a final dinner there at Cheddar's would be great.
I love that. Zane Smith now with a new team. Last
Put a
year
NASCAR
he was
video
with
on
Fire
YouTube. Do I have to do it with no audio?
This year he is back at home.
If it's
Front
you,
Row
you're good.
Motorsports is the place where he won a championship in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Now Zane Smith is out there driving this number 38 car. Obviously has a very fast one as Front Row Motorsports has put all 3 of their cars in the top 10. Here we go, Mark. Let's see how well he does.
Zane Smith comes across the stripe. His
P2.
qualifying lap is over. Does not catch Kyle Busch. He is second quick at 178.436
doesn't matter.
miles per
These
hour.
Penske guys.
And again, still very, very tight at the top, but Busch currently holding on to that number 1 spot. Zane Smith, hopefully he's more comfortable in this deal that he has this year with Front Row Motorsports, but came close last year, runner-up at Nashville, came close to getting that first Cup Series victory.
Yeah, they finished very well, too. If you go back and look at the 10 races that ended 2024, Zane Smith, who is still with his same crew chief, actually, that was probably the best part of their season. Now it looks like they might be carrying some of that momentum. Now here's a question that's going to be answered in about 2 miles from now. Todd Gilliland coming off of turn number 4. Can he best his teammate Zane Smith and make Zane drive to dinner? Or will Todd Gilliland be going to meet the folks at Aaron's driving?
So the reason apparently this is a bet is because you have to be dropped off apparently at the front of this dinner, and the parking lot is a distance away. So it comes down to, I guess, laziness. I guess is what this bet is.
And just think, Mark, they have sit-down jobs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Front Row Motorsports doing their thing. Front Row Motorsports.
Can he beat Kyle Busch? More importantly, can he beat Zane Smith? We're about to find out.
Here we go. Oh, he beat some bows. Todd Gilliland now takes his car up to the top. It looks like Zane Smith's driving to dinner. Right now, Kyle Busch second quick. And the cars that we have remaining, all built out of the same Team Penske shop in Mooresville, North Carolina. Our first one of those heading out to the racetrack. Wood Brothers Racing.
Trying to get to 300 likes. 300 likes, y'all.
Josh Berry, followed by Cindric, Blaney, and Logano. Here he is working that iconic number 21 up to speed. And he's had an interesting start to the year for the Wood Brothers. He rammed and jammed his way into the feature race at Bowman Gray Stadium. They loved that. And he really did have a strong run at Daytona. Again, one of many guys who got caught up in wrecks.
I think Josh Berry is a great fit for this Wood Brothers number 21. He is under green right now out on the racetrack making his time lap. Not only in his demeanor, but also to integrate with the Team Penske drivers that he's teammates with Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and Austin Cindric. Mark, this seems like a perfect fit. And last year, Harrison Burton got the 100th win for Wood Brothers Racing. You can bet Josh Berry wants to start another century of wins.
He wants his picture on the board at the Wood Brothers Original Shop in Stuart, Virginia. That is a wall of fame right there for sure. Some of the very best
Berry,
there
P1.
ever has been
right, here we
in NASCAR have won races for the Wood Brothers. And Josh Berry goes to the top, 179.139 miles per hour. So it's Berry, Gilliland, Busch, Zane Smith, Buscher, Keselowski, and Gregson, with Cindric, Blaney, and Logano still to go.
0.3 faster than he was in round number 1. So if we thought this track might slow down, Mark, well, I can tell you Josh Berry has not slowed down.
Here we go. Let's see what these Penske guys can do.
And the big question now, can Austin Cindric do the same? This is a great battle with cars that literally left the same race shop when they drove down here to Atlanta from Mooresville, North Carolina.
You talk about going for bragging rights as far as qualifying
can you put the
is
Discord
concerned.
in there?
These guys have gotten serious about it as they have all had a serious chance to grab the pole position. So Cindric now trying to knock off Berry. He's in 1.
Last week, Austin Cindric running right at the front, heading down the back straightaway at Daytona, side by side with Denny Hamlin. Hamlin very complimentary to Austin Cindric on his podcast, saying that he felt very comfortable racing with them. Of course, the wreck started behind them, took out both Austin Cindric and Denny Hamlin. Cindric able to finish 8th in the Daytona 500, but this is his style of racing. Here comes Austin Cindric off turn number 4. Mark will let you call him to the checker.
As he crosses the line, he goes to the top at 179.359. That pushes Berry to the outside of row number 1. So again, they were top 4 in round 1. Can they do it in the final round? We're about to find out with Blaney and Logano still to go.
We know for a fact a Team Penske car now will start on the front row. Austin Cindric on the provisional pole.
Don't worry about it, buddy.
His 2 teammates going out next. Ryan Blaney is the driver on the racetrack right now. One of the pivotal wins in his career came in the old Atlanta Motor Speedway configuration, Mark, in 2021. Kyle Larson dominated that race. I mean, literally dominated. In the closing laps, Ryan Blaney just wore him down, caught him, made the pass with 8 laps to go. For Blaney, a pivotal win for him in that he literally put together what was then all 500 miles of a race and drove into victory lane. And again, Ryan Blaney fast here on the new Atlanta as well.
A lot of folks were giving Kyle Larson the trophy, and Blaney just kept steady digging all day long, especially in the late going, and was able to track him down. He is now trying to track down his teammate Austin Cindric just to the pole position in the Ambetter Health 400. Blaney now comes zooming out of turn number 4. He flashes across the stripe. Will he go to number 1?
Body Armor, the sponsor on the car, and it is tough. Ryan Blaney now on the provisional pole, 179.371 miles per hour. Blaney guaranteed a front row starting spot for the Ambetter Health 400. The question now, Mark,
it's on Amazon
will it
Prime.
be on the inside or the outside that he takes the green flag?
Well, so far they've been able to continue to one-up each
Here
other.
we go.
Right? Barry gets the pole. Cindric goes, fine, I'll take it away. Blaney goes out, fine, I'll take it away from Cindric. Now can Logano take it away from Blaney?
Yeah, now does the champ say, watch this. Joey Logano now heading right off the top of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4 as he builds momentum to head to the green flag to get on his time lap. The Shell Pennzoil number 22 at Team Penske. Here comes our reigning champion, Joey Logano, looking to put his car on the pole here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Fastest in the first round. Can he be the quickest in round 2? The final car to go for the pole position in the Ambetter Health 400. Logano midway down the backstretch certainly has his foot in the floorboard as he hustles off to turn 3.
He's going to have to make it up in turns 3 and 4 if he can do it. Joey Logano right down there at the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to drift his car up, not even a lane off the bottom as he comes off at turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air for Logano. What does he do, Mark?
Logano will not get the pole. He is 4th fast. Ryan Blaney has taken the top spot in qualifying for the Ambetter Health 400. He beats his teammate Austin Cindric by 2 thousandths of a second.
Dave Blaney used to be the nicest guy in Cup.
He was the fastest in round number 1, 4th fastest in round number 2. Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Joey Logano will make up the first 2 rows. Mark, if they're going to have any sort of team strategy here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, well, they're going to start the race by being able to control the field. Those 4 cars built out of the same race shop are going to occupy the first 2 rows of the Ambetter Health 400.
Less than 1/10 of a second separates all 4 of those guys.
Wow.
I mean, that is pretty tight there at the top.
Yeah, that is very tight. Todd Gilliland will start 5th, followed by Kyle Busch, the lone Chevrolet in the top 10. He'll roll off 6th. Zane Smith, Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski, and Noah Gragson will round out our top 10 starters. We're going to hear from our pole-winning driver, Ryan Blaney, who's getting big congratulations on pit road right now, and deservedly so, Mark. That was one amazing lap. And I'll tell you what, the way Joey Logano was coming off of turn number 4, I think he had the lowest arc off of turn 4. I thought as much as he was shortening up the racetrack, he might have a shot at it. Kind of surprised to see him 4th out of those drivers coming out of the Penske shop.
Again, though, they're all very, very fast and certainly all have a chance to win this thing when they drop the green flag tomorrow afternoon. No doubt about that. And again, Ryan Blaney continues to just get it done. I mean, he's a guy that certainly is one of the favorites to win this thing tomorrow. No doubt about it.
And we'll hear from him momentarily. Coming up 45 minutes from now at 1 o'clock Eastern time, we will be back on the air with the NASCAR Racing Network.
We'll be bringing that to you guys. Don't go anywhere. We're going to redirect you over to the next stream here in just a second.
Make sure you tune in for that. And then at 4:30 Eastern time, more Performance Racing Network coverage of today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Let's go down to pit road with Andrew Curlin.
Yeah, well, we are here with the pole sitter, Ryan Blaney, who is talking to his team. 11th career pole, all smiles. What's the emotion?
No, just cool to get a pole here, and speaks volumes to everybody who puts effort into bringing fast cars. All of our we're top 4 with the Wood Brothers car in there, and really cool effort.
Welcome back.
That's just a big joint communication between everybody, and I hope they race good as well. So. But yeah, cool day, and props to the 12 group, and looking forward to starting from the pole tomorrow.
You're talking about the other teams qualifying well. What kind of statement is this for Team Penske?
Buddy? Hope you're feeling good.
We've done a great job of just refining all the details of these plate tracks and this rules package, and I feel like we don't just sell out for speed either. I feel like our cars drive pretty good. Hopefully that stays the same tomorrow. But yeah, it's just a lot of fine-tuning, here and there to find, the little bits of speed that you need, and that's cool when it all comes together. So it's all the 12 boys and all of Team Penske and Wood Brothers, really. So that's cool to get all 4 of them top 4. That's a cool accomplishment.
Finally, there's a bunch of blue ovals up front. How important is it to have friends here at Atlanta?
Well, that's important. I feel like our group does a great job of finding each other and trying to work well, and it's a combination of having fast race cars and teams that can, find each other and work well together and understand, the drivers understand each other. So I think we work really hard on that to try to do it the best we can. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, but feel like we have an okay handling on it. Hopefully we can continue that.
Well, Ryan Blaney starting on the pole for the race tomorrow. Guys, you could tell it was an exciting one. There were a lot of high fives, a lot of hugs for Ryan Blaney and that 12 team.
Yes, it is. Very exciting to see what happens with Team Penske.
All right, so we were going to go through the field right here. Here's your top 10. Blaney, Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Joey Logano, Todd Gilliland, Kyle Busch, Zane Smith, Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski, and Noah Gragson. So there it is. Will they practice again? No, they are done with practice. So hope everybody enjoyed that today. Appreciate it. Almost got to 1,000 in here toward the end. But Ryan Blaney, congratulations. I thought Logano was going to get that. But all right, y'all. So what we're going to do is you're going to head over to the Truck Series race. We'll redirect you right away. And just hang right here. They'll take you over there, or just hit yes. I want to go watch that when it shows up on your screen. But we'll see you here at about I said 12:15. So about an hour. We're gonna have the truck race for pre-race ceremonies and all the fun here on the truck race. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll head over to the Xfinity race, do pre-race and all that stuff tonight for today's race. So thank you guys for hanging with me. I'm gonna go watch the Tennessee game for just a little bit. And watch, I guess, Taterheads, they're not playing too well. But thank you guys for everything. I'm going to thank my lovely wife, Spain, for everything that she does behind the scenes. But it was very cool watching it on Amazon Prime. Hope you guys got to watch it too. And that's it. And I want to thank my mods for moderating. I want to thank my members, California Days, for becoming a member. Earl as well for becoming a member too. And some subscribers today. So we're very close to our 30,000 goal. We're under 200 subs to go to 30,000 subs, and we'll be making an announcement tomorrow for a special giveaway for 30,000 subs. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you in about I don't know, just keep your notification bells on. You never know when we go live. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you in about 45 for some trucks. Peace.